Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the What Do You Dream podcast. I'm Nick with Kristi.
Hi.
Who was not looking at the screen the whole time, but that's okay, because we forget we're on video sometimes. That's fine.
I do.
And
plus,
today,
I hate looking at myself, so...
I've been growing to like myself.
Yeah, but...
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah, no.
Beast. Also, is that a little bit racist? I don't know.
Sometimes I wonder how you have a girlfriend.
I know! Anyway, this is the weekly reminder to everybody that I still have a girlfriend, and we'll see what happens in the future. If I don't have one, I'll be sad. But I'm not, and I'm happy. So, today, it's hot and humid.
It is. It's disgusting. But it's
gross.
Overcast and raining. So, like, pick one. Just pick one. Either be overcast and raining and cold, or muggy. Hot and muggy. Just pick one. Don't go both. It's
like when you're driving. I don't drive. Oh, that's the meme that we keep on having. But it's like someone who can't pick a fucking lane when they're driving. It's like the indecisiveness of weather. It fucks me off to no end. It's just like, pick either cold or hot, not in between. I swear to God. I know.
Oh. And we've had so much rain because we're in that El Nino or whatever it's called. And we're in summer. And all I want is sunshine. I just want sunshine. I just want to go to the beach. And I can't do that because it's raining all week.
You can, technically.
Well, I can, but I'm not going to enjoy it.
No, you won't. And, like, I get so so you might not know this. I'm actually quite cranky today, and the weather seems to make it worse.
Well, hopefully I can try and cheer you up.
Yay! Because, like, I don't know if I could survive in anywhere that's hot or humid all the time. Like, your bloody Thailand, Vietnam, anything like that, like, people would go missing.
Okay, see, I do okay. I do okay in humid weather because I can deal with heat. I can't deal with colds, but I found Thailand so humid to the point where I did not even want to leave my hotel room.
Oh, because that's all you can do. You can only hide from in the AC, and it's so fucking gross. Like, I wasn't joking. People would die. I go overseas. People would just not be there. It'd be like, what's happened? Nick's gone overseas in a series of murders. All
I've taken out of that is don't go travelling with you.
Oh, I wouldn't.
Because I will not come home.
No, you wouldn't. No, I wouldn't kill my friends. I'd just kill people that wouldn't be missed on the street. That's the way to start the podcast. Let's talk about bloody humidity and bloody murder or alleged murder. Anything I say on this podcast is a joke. It doesn't mean I have confessed to any past, present, or future crimes.
I find it worrying that you have to actually say that too.
Well, it's 2022. Life is strange, and I don't know what's going to happen to me.
Life is strange.
Now, do you want to hear something really strange?
Sure.
I got a dream for you.
Okay.
It involves you. It involves poo. It involves Joe Rogan.
Okay.
And I think that's all I need to say.
Please tell me it's not me who's pooing.
No, it's me. It's me who's pooing.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah. Okay, so before I go into this, I want to kind of clarify to everybody. I'm not ashamed of this. I enjoy a good poo. I think a lot of people do. Some people hate pooing. I don't know.
I hate pooing. I hate it.
Pooing.
I hate it. I hate
you
it.
Hate it.
I wish I just did not produce poo. I hate it. It's gross.
Yeah.
It's gross. Sometimes you have to wipe for hours. Sometimes
what is wrong with your shits? Like, what are you eating? That's creating this stream of shit from your anus.
I eat a lot of avocado, okay?
Does avocado give you the runs?
Yes! It's that kind of food where it produces, like, poo.
I think you need to see a fucking doctor. This is not...
Avocado's high in fats, like good fats.
Yeah?
It's like when you eat banana. No?
What happens to you when you eat banana? I have great... So, for clarification, ever since I got much fitter than I was, I have great shits. It's one of the hallmarks of like a...
Yeah.
That's if you don't want to get fit and healthy for whatever reason, do it for the poos.
Do
That's
it
all
for
I
the
can say.
poos.
Do it for the poos. Hashtag do it for the poos. You know?
Okay, well, okay, so
Anyway.
you like pooing.
I enjoy a good poo.
Okay.
So that is the essence of this stream. I enjoy a good poo. So I think without further ado, let's jump into it. I'm so sorry. Okay, so the dream setting starts off with us in like a university, high school, community radio thing. It's kind of like, that's kind of what this is. It's kind of a set area. And we're going to record be on the Joe Rogan Show. You know? So that's cool.
We've made it. We've made it.
Like we've made it. We're like 100% famous. And so anyway, we're going in, we're preparing, and Joe Rogan's there, and we're having a chat with him, and it's going really cool. He seems like a really cool dude. We're having a lot of fun. And he says, hey, give me a minute. I just got to do some prep. I'll come back later. So we're both talking like, oh my God, we're on the Joe Rogan Experience talking about a podcast. Or like, it's such a like a self-masturbatory thing going like, we finally made it, look at us. Ooh. Or is it that I'm proud of the product we make? Anyway. And then some people come on the show to kind of prep us, and we're all talking about what things we can't say, what things we can say. And I'm like, but I thought this was a free speech platform. I got things I want to say. And we were kind of both backing and forthing, and then Joe Rogan comes on, and then we start talking. But I don't know what we're talking about. Not in that, like, I don't know the content. It's kind of like I'm not paying attention, but I'm talking, and we're conversing, you're conversing, we're all having this. And I just had this sudden urge to poo. I didn't know what to do. And then, as we're talking, I'm pooing.
In the seat? In the studio?
In the seat, in the studio, I'm pooing. And, you know, when you have a normal poo, you tend to... It adds an end point, right?
Well, yeah, the poo comes out and you're done, right?
Yeah, it just kept on going.
Okay.
Kept on going. It was poop, more poop. It didn't stop pooping. It was just a lot of poop. And I'm just trying to be cool in that I don't want anyone to know I'm pooping. Because obviously it didn't smell. It didn't smell. So that's the amazing part. I obviously produce
non-odorous poo.
Non-odorous poo. But like, it was getting to the point where there was a noticeable, like, it looked like a tail coming out. And Joe's talking to me, and he's like, it's like, hey, Nick, you okay, man? Do you need a minute? I'm like, you know what? I think I do need a minute. And so I just left. I left you. And then, anyway, then Joe's like, oh, that Nick guy's odd. And then you go, yeah, he is. And so I've gone off to find a toilet. And I go, and so I go into the right toilet. Because I'm like, it's always the right toilet. The right toilet is always the male toilet. I go in, and it's a bunch of, like, middle-aged, older women getting ready to have a shower. Like, it's like a gym locker room. And then I'm going, like, trying to find a toilet, and then someone goes, hey, man, you're not meant to be here. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not here to look at your tits. I said it like that. I'm here. I need to go to the toilet. But they had no toilets in it. It was just showers. And I'm like, what's happening? And they went, this is the ladies' room. This is the ladies' room. And I said, yeah, but it's always the right side. And they looked at me like, what? What are you talking about? And I said, it's always the right side. And they went, actually, yeah, you're right. It is the right side. Anyway, you need to go to the other bathroom. So I went to the other bathroom, and I was really angry. And all the toilets were broken. I don't know why. Some monster had come in, destroyed all the toilets, and I couldn't get rid of my poo. And this was kind of causing me more problems. And then I find an abandoned house across the road, and I'm like, that's where I'll dispose of poo. That's what I'll do. So I run over to the house, but then there's a weird standoff between Joe Rogan and some, like, unknown, like, I'm going to say, like, a young girl with her brother. And Joe Rogan's just like, give me it. Give me the money. You owe me money. And I'm just like, this is the best time to sneak in behind and dump my poo. And I do that, and I drop the poo, and then they go, give me the money. And then they go, instead of grabbing the bag, they give Joe Rogan my poo, and that was the end of the dream.
Man, how am I supposed to analyze that?
Yeah. Have fun with that one. I didn't shit my pants. Clarification. I didn't shit my pants in the dream. Didn't do it.
Well, sounds like you did.
Oh, no. In the dream, I shit my pants, but in reality, I didn't shit my pants.
Oh, you didn't wake up with like
Sorry, I didn't wake up with poo.
In your bed. Okay.
No,
okay.
No poop in my bed.
Okay.
Probably should
The
check that.
only thing I can really get out of that is you're trying to problem solve, right? So these great things happen to you, and then you've hit a problem. A great thing's happened to you, so we're on Joe Rogan's podcast show, which is fantastic. Joe Rogan, if you're listening, I don't think you are. We'd love to come on your show.
Hey, Joe, hit us up.
But so something great has happened, and then you start pooing yourself. There's a problem. So now you're trying to problem solve. I don't know what this problem could be. It could be having something to do with your real life. Do you have any issues going on in your life at the moment?
I think I'm in a transitionary stage in my life that I would perceive as an issue. Okay. So I'm transitioning into a new job. That's not a not a secret. So anyone who's listening, but anytime I go to a major stage in my life, so like say first job, uni, all that kind of stuff, I always feel uneasy, strange. Like I feel like that bit of like imposter syndrome versus like I don't know.
Oh my god, I've got it.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, because you're still working for the company where you work at. You're just moving into another role, right? Yes. So the whole going into a podcast, we're comfortable doing podcasts now. We've been doing it for a while. This is our sort of comfort zone. So the podcast is our workplace, right? Because you're comfortable in the workplace, you've been there for a while, and you're transitioning to a different role is when your poo starts happening because it's something you can't control and you're unsure. You're like, why is this happening? And then you start to problem solve. You're like, okay, how do I get rid of it? How do I fix my problem? So you go into the bathroom. You go into the wrong bathroom. This could be some uneasiness about your new role because, it's very different to what you're doing now. It's a lot more creative. It's a lot of, brainstorming and all that. Whereas the job you're in now is just, you're a pen pusher, right? So the going into the wrong toilet is you're a bit uneasy about it. You're not sure what's going to happen. It's going into the unknown, which is probably why you went into a woman's toilet. Have you ever been into a woman's toilet?
Like when I was little, when my mum used to take us in.
I mean, as an adult.
No, I've never done back.
Okay, so you're going into the unknown, right? And then all the toilets are broken. Another problem. Maybe you're just really worried about transitioning into a new role.
I think that's probably it. That's really good. That was a really good breakdown. But how do you make sense of the final part?
Yeah, I'm getting to that. I think you're just fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that means.
Well, an abandoned home, again, it could be like, you're going into the unknown, you don't know what's happening. I think it's just all to do with this transitioning into a new role.
And sometimes
just a little bit of like Nick flavour thrown in there with the whole poo and the bad guys or whoever he's having a issue with take the poo instead.
I think that's a expectations and reality thing. Sometimes you want something, but you don't necessarily get it.
Ooh, yeah. So they want that, and then they end up with the shit. They end up in shit.
They get my shit. Yeah, I think that's okay. Wow, that had a lot more depth for a story about poo.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like,
I'm really uncomfortable with the amount of times we've said poo in this episode. I even hate the word. I just.
Well, how about you give us a palate cleanser and tell us your dream?
Well, mine's really short and sweet, kind of like your sex life. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
No? No, am I wrong? I want to know. Why am I asking? Let's move on.
If you guys need to know, make sure you follow Casual Panther on OnlyFans. I'm joking.
Say what?
That doesn't exist. I'm joking.
Please don't look that up. People, don't look that up.
Hey, if you want to pay to see me do things, subscribe to YouTube.
Anyway, so mine's really short and sweet. So I was... Oh, do you know what? We kind of have a similar theme here because mine's got to do with Ellen and appearing on the Ellen Show.
About poo?
No, it wasn't. There was no poo involved.
Okay. Well, yeah.
So
okay. Now it's your spotlight time. Let's go.
Is the camera on me?
The camera's on you.
Oh, yes. Okay. So I was asked to go on the Ellen Show. And in my dream, I don't think I was famous or anything. I was just asked to go on. And I get to the studio and I'm backstage and one of the producers say to me, "Oh, I need you to take off your wedding ring. We don't want you to have it on there." And I'm like, "Why?" And they basically said to me, "Because it makes you look more desirable if you're single. You know, no one likes a married woman, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, whatever." So I take it off, I give it to the producer and she's like, "I'm going to put it in this box here full of other rings so it's all safe." I'm like, okay. So I go on the Ellen Show. It literally just skips through the whole interview. Like, I just remember walking out to stage and there's Ellen. And then it goes to, I'm backstage again. I've just done my interview and I'm about to leave and they're like, "Oh, shit, I need to get my wedding ring." So I go to the producer and I'm like, "Can I grab my ring?" And she's like, "What ring?" I'm like, "My wedding ring." And she's like, "I don't have your wedding ring." And I'm like, "I gave you it and you put it in this box full of other rings." And she's like, "Well, the only box I have is this." And she pulls out a box and it's got like a bunch of rings in it. And I'm searching through, I'm like, I can't find it. So then basically I call over Ellen and I'm like, "Your producer has stolen my wedding ring. It cost me thousands and thousands of dollars. You are up for fraud. I'm going to sue you. You've stolen from me." And Ellen's like, "I didn't do anything." And I'm like, "You've taken my ring. I want it back." I'm getting really angry. And I keep searching through this box and I can't find my ring. And then I wake up.
Interesting.
I just kept searching for the ring until I woke up. I just couldn't find it. And I'm like hurling abuse at Ellen and the producer because I can't find my ring.
Okay. I think, okay. I see where you think it's similar, but I think I've got a completely different interpretation for you. Are you ready? Okay. So it's more so along the lines of the social contract, i.e. that you've been promised something you've been promised something, be that, like in this situation, the dream is you're going to go on the Ellen Show. And part of that is that you agree that there's going to be certain things to happen. But in reality, in the real world, it's probably you have had something promised to you or an agreement or anything like that where they haven't fulfilled it. So in the dream, you're having this, "Look, I agreed to be on the show. This is a great opportunity for me. But you have trespassed against me. You have failed me because we agreed you'd take care of my shit and you didn't take care of my shit, so fuck your face." But in a greater extent, it's someone's done that to you, or you feel like someone has failed you, and you are trying to regain control of that. Does that make
Who's failed me? I'm trying to think if anyone's failed me.
So it could be in a professional context, personal context, anything like that. Maybe Travis didn't pull out the bins because that was a social contract, and Travis, why didn't you pull out the bins?
Do you know what? I will say that our bin night is the same night every goddamn week. It's the same night. It's Tuesday night every week. Do you think he remembers to take the fucking bins out?
Bin night. It's bin night. You gotta go get the bins. Sorry,
I have
Travis.
to remind him every Tuesday. No, not sorry, Travis.
Okay.
We've been living in this house for almost 5 years now.
Oh, okay.
The day has
okay.
not changed. It's Tuesday. It's been Tuesday since we moved in, and he's still forget. Last night, it was Tuesday yesterday. We're about to go to bed at like 10:30 at night, and I'm like, Travis, bins. And he's like, fuck. I'm like, how do you not remember?
How do you not remember? That's that. Oh my god.
Like, I don't understand.
That makes no freaking sense to me. It's just
anyway, I don't think my dream was about Travis not taking the bins out.
Okay.
But I just had to say that it is so annoying.
Oh my god, that's fascinating. Okay. Any friendship stuff happening? Work stuff?
Not really. Like, I'm kind of just at the point with work where I'm over it, so I'm just doing it and not getting emotionally involved.
Maybe it's that, like, unworked element of it where, like, yes, you're at that, you might be conscious of that now, but you might have some subconscious resentment over whatever you believe to have been trespassed against you. I don't know why I'm feeling that line, but it feels like the right thing to say for this. But yeah, so, maybe it's just your subconscious trying to work through some current contractual, not contractual as in the legal sense, but like some social contractual issues that you may have had previously that might be affecting you now.
Yeah, I was trying to see if there was some kind of symbolism with the ring.
Well, the rings, like, it's the ring symbolism's classic, you know. It goes back to the social contract. You are agreeing to be that with that person for through hardships, you know, all that kind of stuff. You agree that there's going to be how you're a partnership, you're married. That's what it's unity, and that by taking that away, it's kind of invalidating that contract. You know, it's like, no, it's not in reality. If you lose your ring, you lose your ring. It's not like you're going to be divorced. But the symbolism of it is that the unity is lost because you trusted in them. So the trust of the trust, you had trust that then has invalidated another symbol of trust. You see what I mean? So it's kind of like that flow-on effect. Man, I'm feeling pretty good about that. I'm really.
It's so weird when you said, like, you agree to be with someone for the rest of your life. Like, that's such a weird concept. Like, when you say, oh, they're married, you don't think of, oh, this person has agreed to be with this other person for the rest of their life. Like, it's...
Yeah, and it's like, there's divorce. Divorce exists, and that's fine. But, like, in the space of dream symbolism, that's, you know... But could you imagine, it's like at a wedding, I agree to, you know, be with you, I guess, for the rest of my life. Maybe, I don't know.
Travis reckons I drugged him on the day. That's why he said I do.
Oh, no, I was there. He did that himself.
Exactly. I was going to say, you were there.
And so it's like, damn, it's like, man, you a waste nut. Barely walk up the bloody aisle.
I don't know if you know this, but if you are wasted or appear drunk, a celebrant or pastor will not marry you.
Oh, that's
legally, they cannot marry you if you appear drunk or, like, wasted.
So it's the same standard as getting a tattoo.
Well,
no, it's fine. Well, but I'm sure you can get, like, a celebrant who's just like, fuck it, why not?
I don't know by law. I think because they're bound by the law, right? So, you know, legally they can't lodge it.
You know what? I'm gonna look this up while we're talking. So if I'm looking like I'm looking off the camera, guys, I'm looking on my phone so you don't get any stupid tapping sounds.
Yeah, same does not go for tattoo parlors though, because
well, technically, you're meant to be sober when you do it.
I went in. I got my first tattoo about 10 years ago, 10 years ago, because I broke my arm at the snow. And I was like, I was only 2 days in out of 5, and there was still 3 days to go. And so I was like, well, fuck, I can't snowboard now. So what else can I do? Oh, let's go get a tattoo. So we rock up to the tattoo shop at like 8:30 at night after we've been to the pub. And the tattoo guy was like, oh, what do you want? Told him what I want. And he's like, have you had any alcohol tonight? Clearly he knew I had, because we'd just come from the pub.
And you
and he
probably
like,
did not smell nice.
No. And I said, no. And he goes, I know you have. And then I started crying because I really wanted a tattoo. And he felt bad for me, so he did it anyway and charged me half price of what he normally would.
What was the tattoo?
I got "Come What May" on my ribs.
Wait, what?
Come What May.
Oh, okay.
It's from my favorite movie, Moulin Rouge. I love that movie.
Okay. So yeah, you can't get married. I just looked it up. You can't. It's
you
void
can't.
because you can't give consent.
Yep. I told you. Do you not believe me?
Well, no, I believe you. I just believe I'm looking. I mean, looking up the facts, as in a quick Google search, level of depth into it.
I don't know whether to be offended or not. The fact that you just had to Google because you didn't believe me.
I believe
and
you.
And you trusted Google over me.
Well, can you mine my data and target ads based off my preferences? Which leads us to our sponsor, Nobody.
Wait, do you know something I don't know?
Lead us into our sponsor, NordVPN. Just kidding, NordVPN does not sponsor this.
Our sponsor is NFTs.
I'm surprised we haven't had enough people, like, crack the shits at me for having, like, a hot take on NFTs. Like, and that episode's done pretty well. I think both of them have done really well.
It has. You know, what's that comedian? Pete, the dude that's, like, was engaged to Ariana Grande and, like, dated Kim K.
Yeah, the dude that looks like he should live under a bridge. Yeah.
Yeah. He just did a skit on SNL called NFTs. And, you know the Eminem song, Without Me? So he's done it to the tune of that. He's like, what's up with these NFTs? And I was like, I should have tagged you in it because that would have really made you so angry.
This would have been over.
As soon as I saw it, all I thought of was you and how much you hate NFTs.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It just triggers me silly. And I
still don't understand what it is, but I know you tried to explain it to me in the last episode, but it literally just went over my head.
If you're not interested in it, it's not going to affect you. It's kind of like when, like, you know, you might have a gist of what Bitcoin is, but it's not really going to affect you. It's like, maybe in the future there might be digital currency that takes over. But right now, just be happy. We're just trying to make it by with Australian dollars.
That's right.
Which even then I don't really make much sense of anyway.
No.
How many dollary dues does it take for freedom dollars compared to Kiwi dollars, compared to maple syrup dollars, compared to bloody sushi dollars? Like, I can keep them going. It's not racist. What?
I really wish, you know, there was a petition to change the Australian dollar to dollary dues.
Yeah.
And I really wish we changed it to dollary dues because that would be amazing.
That'd be awesome.
I have 10 dollary dues.
It's like, and in the ASX today, the dollary dues went up by 2%. We're going quite strong against the US, the United States dollar, but our price of oil has gone up substantially, up to 200 dollary cents per litre. Like,
dollary cents.
Well, yeah, because it's like, well, you can't call dollary dues. It's like, well, 0.1 of a dollary do.
You know they wanted to get rid of all our silver coins? They wanted to just scrap silver.
I get that.
And just keep it dollars, gold coins and notes.
I think that'd make it... I think just do $1 notes. $1 notes, $2 notes. I think it makes more sense than coins.
I don't know. I like having coins for some weird reason.
How many coins do you have in your purse right now?
I have probably a handful.
Yeah, you got nothing. No one uses hard currency anymore. It's dead.
I know. I can't remember the last. Actually, I got so angry. This is going completely against what I've just said for the last 2 minutes. But I got so angry. I went and got my nails done a couple of weeks ago, and FPOS was $15 minimum, and it only cost me, I think it was like $10 because I just wanted to get them taken off. And I had to go get cash out. I had to get cash out. I was so angry.
Lol. Yeah, but then I get my nice little coins I can hold on to.
But then I got my $10 readers.
Got my $10 readers for this. Well, it's funny because so we had a similar issue in my family. So for anyone out there from from anywhere that's any Asian countries that go off the lunar calendar, it was Chinese New Year a few weeks ago, and part of that is let me see if I can pull one up. Okay, Kristi, fill in this time. I'll be there back in a second.
Oh god, no, too much pressure. I can't do this. I can't be put on the spot like this.
Anyway, I'm back. That didn't work. So
how did I handle that?
Fine. So this is for the viewers out there. I'll describe it. You get these
I've
lucky
seen
red
those
envelopes.
before. Yeah.
So banks do them all the time. This is a Citibank one. Every bank does because whatever. So part of it is that you need to give money. You share money around because it's a symbol of prosperity throughout the family. And we had a hard go of it this year because we didn't have. Usually, there's cash floating around, but there's no cash floating around. So I'm wondering. I just had this thought. It's like, oh, what happens?
You just put your credit card in there.
Yeah, just like do we just tap pay? Do we just tap pay or have like a code or a Bitcoin code?
I'll transfer you $10.
I'll transfer you $10, mate. Don't worry about it. It's like it's funny. So because I'm now 30, which is great. I'm going to the prime of my life. And I've been asked by people, because every Chinese New Year I go, oh yeah, it's great. I get money. It's like, okay. When are you going to start giving people money? And I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, well, you're 30, right? You're an adult. I'm like, oh no, you don't understand how this works, do you? So you don't have to give money until you are married.
That's what I thought. I was going to ask you. You don't give until you're married, hey?
Yeah, because like the idea, this is my interpretation of it. I could be wrong. Anyone that says I'm wrong, anything that is not correct, let me know. Email me, comment below if this is part in the videos or anything like that. That the idea of you give to the more junior in the family to share the prosperity. So it's that, because my cousins are married and I get money from them. I get it from my uncle, auntie, get it from mum and dad, so they have to give some wealth so that I can then have wealth for the future. Yeah. So it's meant to be. Yeah. So yeah. So that's why I'm announcing this now on the podcast. I'm not getting married. Sorry.
Oh, look, things will change. You have to get married. I want to come to your wedding.
Oh, it's a nice day for a Nick wedding.
Wow, wedding.
Nick wedding.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's going to be a heavy metal themed wedding. She'll have a denim dress.
No.
Denim vest.
Do you know what? All you men are the same. I'm saying it now.
Oh.
All you men are the same when it comes to weddings. Travis wanted to go over to Vegas and just get hitched at the Chapel of Love. And I was like, over my dead fucking body.
That would be fun.
No!
As like a side thing.
No!
Yeah. Okay,
he's like, you can get... Because I love Elvis, right? And he's like, oh, you can get married by Elvis. I'm like, no, it's not the real Elvis. It's just some fat person impersonating him. No.
Would you... I mean, this is a dumb question. Would you rather have fat or skinny Elvis do your ceremony? If you had to pick between...
Skinny.
Well,
Elvis in his, like, jailhouse rock prime.
I feel bad.
Like young Elvis.
I feel bad for Travis because he'd just be like, oh, I'm like, oh, yo, mama, you could leave this chump and come to Graceland with me, baby.
I was like, I am not getting married in the Chapel of Love. That's where Britney Spears got hitched. In the last, 3 hours.
And you can have a conservatorship.
Yeah, right.
Ooh, not political. Ooh, commentary. Okay, I won't have a that wet. I liked your wedding. I thought it was it was like kind of have everything kind of in the same place and not kind of, you know how there's those ones where it's like one big grand wedding and then later that night, like, how many hours after,
4-hour interval.
Yeah, and it's like, you're like, cool, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And then it's like, what do we do? But like with yours, it was like, good outside ceremony, fucking freezing monotonous.
Oh my god, so cold.
And Kristi was like in a dress and like a wedding dress and barely covered like because the wedding dress thing, if anyone out there who has ever seen one, you're exposed, your arms were exposed, you're like
my back was exposed.
Like all the while the legs weren't exposed, it's not designed for freezing winds. I was freezing and I was shivering up there, right? And then we had to go sign our marriage certificate, and I was so cold. My signature has come out so ridiculous because I was like shivering trying to write my signature. It's like,
it looks
turns out
horrible.
In the future it's invalid.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's invalid now. You're like, what? It's invalid.
Yeah, it was so cold. But at least it wasn't raining, and it was raining in the morning because we got our ceremony was at 3:30. And I was getting ready, and it was pouring rain in the morning, and I was freaking out. We did have a Plan B area undercover, but it wasn't going to be as nice as outdoors in the garden. So, and then like 2 hours before our wedding, all the clouds disappeared, and it was sunshine, but it was still freezing. It was still cold. But at least you guys, after the ceremony went for half an hour, you guys got to like go indoors and have canapes. I had to go outside for another fucking hour for photos as the sun was setting. And my photographer felt so bad. He's like, I'm really sorry, but the lighting is so good right now. One more on. I'm like, it's okay. I'm okay.
It's okay.
And then it was so cold.
Oh my, yeah. At that wedding, fuck it. The food was great. I was smushed in as some giant man. I was sitting next to this other bloke that you guys know from the gym or whatever, and we had a great time. And I was just chatting nicely, normally like I do now. Yeah. And the gentleman thought I was gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. He thought I was a gay man.
He did, because he came up to me not long ago. He's like, we were talking about our wedding. He goes, oh yeah, the gay guy I was sitting next to. As in you. And I was like, he's not gay. And he was like, what? Say that again? I'm like, not gay. He's like, wow.
His gaydar off.
Very off.
But it's funny because it's just like, I'm like, because I almost just want to ask, what made you think that? Because
we don't have the time, Nick. We don't have the time to go through it all.
Excuse me. Well, okay, look, I was wearing a pink shirt.
Yeah.
But that's not it's not the 80s anymore. That's not like a whoa, you know what I mean? I'm very confident with how I speak.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can be very woggy with my hands.
But the guy you were sitting next to, he's a very like macho man. He's like meat, barbecue, man, fire. Huh.
So, okay.
Whereas he's very much like Travis, right? Who's like, I'm the man of the house. I'm a manly man. Look at me.
Okay, and what am I?
I'm Nick. I do a podcast.
Nah, I'm way more assertive than that. That's
I
ridiculous.
play netball with a bunch of girls.
You've seen me on the netball court. I'm mean.
I know, but like Travis and this guy you're sitting next to would never be caught dead playing netball.
Because
they play basketball.
I play basketball and netball because I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable with my masculinity.
Well, look, I'm just saying that's where it could have all started.
Possibly. Okay. Well, I have a girlfriend, and fuck y'all.
Look, I have never met her, so for
True.
all I know, it could not be a girlfriend.
Well, so that's funny, because... That's funny you mentioned that. So, she recently met the family and friends.
Okay, why did we not bring this up earlier? Tell me
because
what
it wasn't a thing last time. It's already...
Well, now it is. Tell me.
Well, basically, it went really well. My family really likes her. She likes my family. We took my dog for a walk.
Aw, Bowie.
And Bowie loves her. I taught Bowie her name. I already said her name's Anita, and I was like... I said, "Where's Anita?" And then he looked at her and gave her a toy.
Oh, Bowie!
He's a gorgeous boy. My brother and his partner came down, and that was really nice. They had a really good time. And then that night, we had a board game night.
Oh, okay.
With friends, but they just live in the area, so we ended up going to that. And they liked her a lot. But goddamn, it was tiring. And I know these people. It's like, I want to say it as like, it's not so much it was I was worried that anything would go wrong, because like, I know my family and friends, and they like me, and why wouldn't, I feel like they would like her, and they did, and it was great. But it's that element of like, relief, it all went well. So yeah, that's the Nick girlfriend update. and then like how many other seasons in the future it'll be Nick wedding update. Maybe. There you go. That's the next thing.
Nick divorce update.
Nick divorce update. So she took everything. She took the kids. Took the dog.
Took Bowie.
And I'm doing the podcast on the phone. Under a blanket, and like the old days, and
so the way we started,
like where we
You've
came
gone
from.
full circle.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's exactly it. It's just like, and this is the only thing. But like, my phone is broken and nothing's going through, and like you've like gone off and you've started your own video production studio, and you're like this Hollywood person, and I'm just this person on the road jerking off like, I got a podcast.
They took everything.
They took everything from me. They didn't take my dick. Oh my god. Well, on that, on that fantastic...
On that flaccid note.
Wow. Well, yeah, okay. On that flaccid note, don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and eventually on YouTube when we get to it. Don't forget to email us at whatdoyoudreampodcast@gmail.com. Also, our Instagram handle is What Do You Dream Podcast, same with Facebook. Make sure you send us all your dreams, memes, everything in between. We appreciate you so much for listening. Thank you so much, if indeed you're still listening. I've been Nick with Kristi, saying thank you and goodbye.